Welcome back inside Studio A here at Radio Bloomington. This is the WJBC studio, and I'm Mark Strauss, the TV guy on the radio. We're going to talk about launching a new business today and then what happens when that business succeeds and you need to expand. We have the story of a local small businessman. His name is Martin Stevenson, and we're going to introduce him to you in just a couple of minutes. Hey, before we get started with that, we're giving away tickets for the Cardinals and the Cubs on Sunday at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. It's a text-to-win contest, so right now, if you'd like to go to the ball game on Sunday, on us, 2 free tickets, you can do that by entering our contest. Just text the word Cardinals to 51879. That's Cardinals. Text that to 51879 to qualify. A winner will be drawn and contacted after 4 o'clock today. So don't waste any time. Get in on it, and maybe you'll be headed down to St. Louis for Sunday's Cardinals-Cubs game at Busch Stadium. All right, let's start our Small Business Development Center segment. Small Business Development Center at Illinois Wesleyan University visits every month here at WJBC, and today we meet Martin Stevenson. He's the owner of Individualized Repair, which specializes in full-service tool and engine repair. He started his business in his garage 3 years ago and then started to pick up work to the point where he needed more space, needed to add to his staff, and so he decided he'd like to relocate to a retail location. But he'd never done that before, and he reached out to the Small Business Development Center to get some answers that he needed. Joining us in studio is Martin Stevenson and the director of the Small Business Development Center, Karen Bissoni. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Mark. Thanks for having us again today.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's start with Martin here and introduce him, the owner of Individualized Repair. How long ago did you decide that you wanted to start your own business?
It was quite a while ago when I decided I wanted to start my own business. When I saw the need, started to look into what I needed to do to get that going and make all the steps.
All right, so you start this business in your garage, and you start to pick up customers, probably by word of mouth and that sort of thing. And then at what point did you feel like, I don't have the space here, I can't do all the jobs that I need to do, so I'm going to relocate? And then you reached out to the Small Business Development Center at Illinois Wesleyan University. And what kind of things did they help you with?
Sure. So it all started when, we didn't have any room in the garage. We were running it out of there, and it kind of overflowed to the side of the house and then to the driveway, So we definitely needed to get out of there and into a bigger location.
When the neighbors started saying, hey, what's going on in
there? Sure. So we reached out to the Small Business Development Center, and they kind of guided us, on different routes we could take, helped us with the financials and with the, purchasing part of it, helped us with all the bank information and everything that we needed there.
Did you buy a building, or are you renting a building? What kind of financial, that's the biggest thing, is figuring out all the technical financial aspects of it.
Yeah, sure. So we got lucky. We started working with First State Bank, and they helped us out. They were great. They guided us in the right direction and helped us obtain a loan to purchase a building. So.
Was this something that, as you started to think about it, you were anxious about?
Oh, definitely.
Before you talked to the Small Business Development Center?
Absolutely.
Well, in what way? What were your concerns?
The concerns were, first, finding a spot that was zoned correctly. There's huge issues as far as that goes for the type of work we do. You obviously don't want me, right next to a park or something making a bunch of noise. So that was one of the big troubles that we had. Small Business Development Center kind of went through plats with us and stuff, and we looked at a lot of different options.
Where are you located now?
We're located at 607 Hannah Street in Bloomington, basically at the corner of Route 150 and Oakland.
And how long have you been there?
We've been there since April 10th is actually when we closed. So here just a little month and a half.
Okay,
maybe.
So this is recently
yes, sir.
Relocated.
Correct.
Right. And so now, I imagine, and maybe they've helped you with this too, is the marketing plan to let people know where you are.
Definitely.
And how to get those customers to come to you in your new location.
Yes, that's been kind of the challenge. We have people that call quite a bit, and we, sometimes miss the reiteration of the fact that we've moved. And next thing you know, they're calling, "Hey, I'm here, at my house." And so we have moved, and we're trying to get the word out about that.
All right, we're talking with Martin Stevenson. He's the owner of Individualized Repair. He specializes, and his coworkers specialize in small engine repair and tool repair. Give us an idea of some of the things you work on, probably things that I have right in my own home.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. We work on all small engines, so lawnmowers, generators, air compressors, zero-turn mowers, riding mowers, electric mowers. There's a lot of different things that we also nail guns, construction tools, and do a lot of those also.
As somebody who does this kind of work, when you got into it full time, because you used to drive trucks and do other odd jobs and that, but to make the commitment to do this, was it because that a lot more people, not just professionals or shops, have equipment like this now? A lot of people have generators. That didn't used to be as common.
Yes, there's a huge. I just saw a huge need in the market for a fair place at a good price to fix something that was quality work. I saw that huge market there and figured I'd go in that direction. Absolutely.
All right, we're talking with Martin Stevenson from Individualized Repair. We're going to take a break here in our Small Business Development Center segment, and then come back with the director, Karen Bissoni, to talk about some of her tips for this month and other information, and then we'll remind you if you happen to have a tool or small engine that you need repaired, how you can get in touch with Martin at Individualized Repair. Let's bring in the director, Karen Bissoni, who joins us here this afternoon. We've been talking with Martin Stevenson, who's the owner of Individualized Repair. He launched his business 3 years ago and started it in his garage, moved it in April to a retail location, so about a month ago. Karen, tell me a little bit about how you were able to help Martin, and then you've also got your tip of the month.
Well, sure. Thank you, Mark. Martin has been a lot of fun to work with. He has a really, really clear vision, for business, and he tells us that he sometimes gets nervous about things, but you would not ever know that. He always seems to remain calm. But we conducted some research for him and determined, based upon what he was wanting to accomplish with his business, and he obviously was aware that there was a market for the quality of work that he does, that he needed to create change by either leasing or purchasing a different site to relocate his business. And he's done a great job getting that started up in such a short period of time. We were chit-chatting before the segment started, and he was talking about something that was probably the most difficult for the startup, was just locating everything and making sure it was in its place, and then being able to turn around and find it again, whereas when it was in his garage, he knew exactly where everything was. So I think that hiring people, too, everybody has different habits, and working through that, and we're going to continue working with Martin on his marketing. We were just talking about that before we walked in here, and Facebook posts, and setting that up through Hootsuite and things such as that. So he's been a great client thus far, and it's been a pleasure to work with him, and we're real excited for the passion he has for small business and how well he's doing.
All right. Why don't you situate yourself behind that microphone, because you're getting a little bit too ahead of it. And then tell us what your tip of the month is. And this is one I've heard before.
Tip of the month. Well, if you think about marketing, and those textbook professors will say, which I'm one of those, will say the 7 Ps of marketing: product, promotion, place, price, people, physical evidence, and process. We're going to talk about price today. And it's about not being afraid to charge what you're worth. And so many times at the SBDC, we'll see business owners come in and they have a great business concept. They have great products. They have great service. Their customer relationships are dynamic. Their marketing is very, very good. And they appear to be very, very successful. But somehow their bottom line just simply doesn't show their success. So there could be some reasons for that. And one of the biggest reasons that we find is that people, specifically small business, does not charge enough for their service.
Well, how do they know what their service should be worth?
Well, you have to inventory all your costs, and you have to do that eloquently. You have to nickel and dime everything. And then based upon your respective industry, what percent can I, after I've covered my costs, what percent increase should I charge? We can conduct that research for our clients, and also going out and conducting some marketing yourself and asking other businesses that may be like yours what they charge for their services, and find maybe that happy medium, or depending upon how you have positioned your business and differentiated your business, quality costs something. And Martin was talking about the quality of his output is very, very high. Well, that costs something, and it should be priced appropriately.
Okay, we're out of time here, but if anybody wants to get in touch with the Small Business Development Center at Illinois Wesleyan University with questions about this, or maybe they want to expand their business or launch their own business like Martin did himself, who do they contact, and where can they get more information?
So if you're interested in doing so, please contact us at our website at www.mcleancosbdc.org. You can also find us on Facebook at IWU-SBDC.
All right. Martin, nice to meet you. Good luck with it's not a new business, but with your new location. And again, that location is where?
We are at 607 Hannah Street in Bloomington.
And that's Individualized Repair.
Yeah, and then you could call us at 309-706-0946, or you could stop by the website at individualizedrepair.com.